Perfect. There you go. So the other good thing about the flow regulator, it'll remind you, is that it has this disc on it, and the disc itself is important because it's going to help you fit the syringe right into the pump. So that's an easy way to remember that the disc is the part that goes onto the pump. You won't be able to fit this onto the pump anyway, or onto the syringe, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because it's a male-female thing, and if you can see, that's the male end, and then this is the female end.
Yeah, okay.
So, if you go ahead, I'm just going to pretend this is that I'm not here, and I'll have you uncap that
Okay.
by screwing it off, and if you can keep the underneath part clean, that's the most ideal, and then just grab your syringe, and you'll see that they fit together really well. Grab the barrel so you have more control. There you go. Yep. And now all you do is twist that on. Yep, push and twist that on. Beautiful. Don't over tighten it though, because don't forget, we're going to have to take this syringe off and put the other one on. And seeing as this stuff is sticky, it's almost like it'll glue on if you get it too tight, you know. But we want it snug, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Yep,
All right.
beautiful. Okay, see, beautiful. You're doing an excellent job. And this is all capped, so you're good now, you know. And even if like a phone rang, you need to go to the bathroom, you're good, you know. Everything's contained, everything's capped and sterile. You're good, you know.
Okay.
But as long as you're good to go forward, then we're ready for the next step, okay?
Okay.
Are you feel good?
Yep.
Okay.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Are we having fun yet? I think this is fun. What is up with you guys? Gee, maybe it's because it's not my stomach.
Well,
you
it's
know,
a little
it's
bit
not
funner
mine.
than going to work, I guess. But
What's that?
I said it is a little bit funner than going back to work.
No, it's
No,
not.
she'd rather go to work.
I'd rather
That's
go to
why.
work.
Yeah, she knows what to expect at work. It's not an unknown thing, right? Okay. So the next thing is the tubing that leads to you. So we got the syringe that's going to end up going in the pump later.
Okay.
We got the flow regulator with the disc that's going to help it click into the pump right at the end of the syringe. Now this is the piece that we need that's going to connect to you with the little needles at the end. I hate to mention the little needles,
No,
but
it's
they
okay.
are there.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and open what you already opened.
Okay. Well, already open.
That's good. You can peel it all the way back if you want, honey, just so you... There we go.
Doug, what time do you leave?
10:10.
What time?
10:10.
Okay.
My morning.
Oh, 10:10. I thought you said 10 till. 10 till. I'm like, it's 10 till right now. All right, beautiful. Okay. Now again, let me just show you one quick thing. That's nothing important really, but it shows you have 4 needles, priming volume. You know, it just gives you information about this whole step. The other thing, it tells you how small the gauge is. 27 gauge of needles, 9 millimeters is the length of it, and the gauge is the bigness around. Do you know what I mean? So
Okay.
they're nice and tiny. The larger the number, the tinier it is. So when they were giving you your IVIG, it was 24 gauges. Those are pretty small, but 27 is smaller even yet. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And when you give blood, they use 16 gauge needles. They're huge. They're like a
Right.
garden hose or something, you know. I mean, I give blood regularly. I just gave blood, and I'm like, I do needles all day. I don't even want to see that thing go in my arm. It's so big, you know. Okay, so these are tiny, tiny. And the next thing you're going to do is just take these paper things off, and they just kind of rip off. I'll show you. Just rip them off and throw them out. But they keep them from getting tangled, so that'll help you. Okay, so you should have 4 of those, because this is a 4-needle set.
Take that Benadryl. I'm getting all sleepy again.
Did you take 50?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess what you could do is get this all ready, or take your Benadryl and then get it ready right away before it's soaking in. While it's soaking in.
Right.
So, and you'd be surprised how fast you're going to be at getting this ready. Once you get it down,
Once
it's
I get
like,
it down, yeah.
oh my gosh, this will be fast, you know. But, and most people do it, they're watching the news, there's something relaxing, you know.
Right.
Okay, perfect.
Alright.
Toss those in. Now we've got these transparent little jobby-doos. They're transparent membrane dressings, they call them.
Okay.
Oh, they even got an extra one in here for you.
Yeah, these ones came part of
Yeah,
that.
those came, and they're okay, but these are nice. These are a little nicer.
Yeah, that's what,
But I would
Coram
keep
sent.
these. Yes, exactly. But I would keep these. I was going to say, why were they in the package? It's because you put them in there.
Yeah.
Right? Because
yeah.
I'm like, they never come in the package.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're
I put
mixing
them in
me up.
there.
I'm like, how did that happen?
Sorry. Yeah,
You're-
just so I wouldn't lose them. I
You're
put them in the
right. I
package.
love it. Now, these are good, though. I'd keep these in a little baggie in your thing,
In a
just
tin.
as extras. if you needed to reinforce one was coming up, or maybe for some reason they forgot to send these. Usually they send you enough to have a whole nother infusion. I see here they send you only one extra, because 4 is what you're going to
Right.
need every day. So collect your extras, and that way if for some reason somebody messes up and only sends you 2 instead of 4, you always have a few extra. And you can use these. They're fine. They just are not quite, they're maybe just a little smaller, and I think these are a little nicer on your
These look
skin.
more sturdy too.
Yeah, a little sturdier, and I think they have a type of adhesive that is a little more acceptable, like
Nicer
yeah,
to
a little better tolerated for your skin. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll put these in here, in the bottom, and then you'll have them handy if you need them. And now we got this thing all good, so we're gonna open this up and kind of untangle, and let it come on down. Okay, and see, the reason it's long is to give you some room so that you have, between the pump and you've got some slack. You know what I
Right.
mean? You don't have to be so tight. Okay, and you can see that this is probably going to be a female end, and you can see that's going to be the male end that goes together, right?
Okay.
But they're capped. So they're clean under there.
Okay.
So that would be the next step, is to connect these two.
Okay.
Okay, so if you can uncap it and then just keep it handy in your hand, like maybe between your fingers even, like sometimes, yes, yeah, exactly, you got it. You have got it exactly. I was going to demonstrate, but I don't need to. Yeah, just don't touch that other one though, see, honey? So in a way, that's perfect. I was going to do something like this. Put this one way over here, and then take this one off like that. And that way, you're really not so close where you might hit it. I mean, if you do, you just got to clean it again.
Right.
It's no big deal.
Okay.
But it's nice to have it sterile. So you go ahead and connect those two.
Okay.
Easy as pie, right?
Yeah,
I
seems like
know.
it so far.
Yeah. It's very doable.
Twist on or?
Yep, it should. It should be easy though, so make sure that you've got the threads lined up. If it's not, you might want to undo it and double check that it's really threading right. Here, let me see, honey. I don't want you to contaminate it as you get it off. Yeah, it might be all right actually. There. It's just when you do it exactly right in, it shouldn't be that hard. It should go on kind of nicely, you know what I mean, without too much force. So you try that.
Okay.
Line it up a little more carefully and see if that works. Yeah. Feels better?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
This one doesn't matter if it's so tight, because we're not going to be taking this off through the whole thing until the end, and then you're throwing it out.
Okay.
It's here that you don't want it so tight, because we have to change your syringe over, you know what I mean?
Right. Right. Okay.
All right, so perfect. Now we've got this all ready, and really we're almost ready to put the little needles in. There's one more step that we do before we put the needles in, and that is we want to replace all the air that's in here with the medicine, and it's called priming the tube or purging the air out or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Now they even say that you don't even have to do this step, because it's such a small amount of air that's in this tiny tubing that it really wouldn't even matter. But I just think that why bother having air go in there and making you even a little bit more of a swelling, you know?
Right.
The air would just be absorbed into your body, and it is a very small amount. But I like to do it. I think it's probably the best choice, as long as you're comfortable with it. The other thing they like you to do, if you can, is to prime it all the way up near the needles, but not all the way to the needles. Because if you go all the way through the needles where it's dripping out, well, it irritates a little bit when it goes in. Right. And then you get a little more redness right at that insertion site. So there's no real need for that, you know? Okay. So what's good is that we do have a little extra light in here, because you have very young eyes, which probably won't matter. But since it's clear liquid, it's kind of hard sometimes to see where it is. And you want to stop in through this area here, you know, right near the needle, you know, like right in through here. Right. So when it gets to the end, we want to stop priming. So we'll be watching where it is, okay? Okay. And the easiest thing is to press down on the table and let it go through. So this is another thing, by the way, that gets rid of the air, because you're going to be pushing all the bubbles in the air through, okay? All right. But what's nice is you got rid of most of the air, so that's extra good, you know, because if it was down to here, you don't want to be pushing all that through and then getting to the bubbles, you know? Right. Okay? So why don't you go ahead and do that, kind of press down. Then you might need to hold it like that, and then watch. See as it goes? Uh-huh. Okay. There it goes. You see the bubbles coming down, honey? Yeah. Okay. They're going fast. Let's make sure I keep track of them here. It's going to take more time to get through this section. I don't think it's through there yet, is it?
I think it is now.
Oh, there.
Going.
Did you see that bubble come through?
yes.
Okay. See, they even caught a few of the frothy bubbles right there, see? But where is it? Is it all the way through here now? I gotta look at it against the light because of my eyeballs. Yeah, I think it's about right there. See those little bubbles coming through? When they move, you can see them easier.
Right, right. Yeah, I could see it moving when it.
Can you tell where it is? What's fun is it's kind of like a horse race. Which one's winning? You know, because it goes through each of these four. So can you see them through there?
I can see him.
There, yep. You're right. Now it'll probably take a little more
like right
volume.
here.
Oh, it's all the way up there.
Yeah, I'm seeing it from here,
Mom.
anyways.
Mom can see him from up there. Nope.
No,
I think.
yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
Well, horse number one has
Here. Here.
Oh look, here's one.
Okay.
They should put something so you can see it better.
I see it.
There,
Okay.
there they are. Yep, right by my finger, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Good. You're doing great. Mine's losing over here. It's behind. All right. Yeah, when you stop, you can't see them that well. Oh yeah, so you're gonna be ready to slow down soon. Can you see right in here, honey? Yeah. Yep, I'd say stop now. That's good. Because even after you stop, sometimes it goes just a little further.
Okay.
And in case we're not seeing one of them that's a little farther up,
Right.
look, they're right about, that's ideal, really.
Thing.
You know, I don't think I think it's down here. So that's perfect. Okay. And again, the needles are capped, and these little wings have these little things on them. So that's good. All right.
All right.
So now that part's all ready. It's just ideal. We got the medicine, we got everything primed, everything's connected, it's all sterile. This is for when we have the needles in themselves. So we'll need those shortly.
You gotta go.
Again, we've only got 4, so I'm gonna put this over here as your extra.
Good, you get to leave right at the right time, huh?
I want to stay watching these ones.
Well, he can't
10
stay.
after? I thought you have to leave at 10 after.
He does.
Oh, okay. We're
We
ready
got
to
it on
put the
tape,
needles
Angela.
on.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
take
just-
that.
Yeah, we're ready to put the needles on. This is the important part. And then you're right, you can go. All right. So, which usually we go one side and then the other, honey. And they have to be 2 inches apart.
Okay.
So, if we stay on one side this week and then go to the other side next week,
Okay.
that would be good. So, whichever side you would prefer.
It don't matter.
Okay.
This side is fine.
Okay, so on this side, we want 2 inches and we need 4 needles. We don't want to be up by the ribs because there's not as much fatty tissue there.
Right.
So I would think that we want to stay on this side of the, belly button. So maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. We don't want it right on this bone either.
Right.
So even 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that where we got 2 inches, but we need 4 different needles, okay?
Okay.
She better off laying down when she does that, or it doesn't matter?
It really doesn't matter, whatever
Okay.
you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I just
so we
didn't
should be
know,
good.
so.
And then the thing is, we want to clean the site. Now, the instructions say alcohol is fine. They also give you betadine. If you like
he's
betadine
fine.
more, that's fine. What the benefit of that is it does make an orangey brownish, discoloration on the skin.
Iodine, right.
Then you can see exactly where you cleaned. If
Okay.
you use the alcohol, you just have to clean a nice big enough spot that you know that part has been cleaned because you
Right.
can't really look and see. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you'd rather use the iodine?
Yeah.
Okay, that's another good reason why you use the gloves, because you don't want your fingers getting all brown either. And by the way, by the time you're done, there's just a little bit of orangey brown on your hands or on your stomach, and it's so easy to wipe off with the alcohol. So it's not like it's going to discolor you or even stain you for very long. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you one of those, and then I'm going to put one in so you can see too, and then demonstrate, and then you can do the others.
Are you on doing one?
No.
She's on video.
Yeah.
But I do want to see the needles
All
going.
right. You're good.
So you got a good view there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because it's got to go up on an angle, so I want to
We're good.
It goes on a 90
Quit moving.
degree angle right into the skin straight.
Right. Straight up, right? Straight in or
Straight in.
Okay.
So if your belly's like this, it goes beam right straight
Okay.
through.
All
Yep.
right. All right.
Yep. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. And well, why don't we clean first? Why don't we clean? We're gonna clean. Maybe we clean one at a time because every once in a while there might be something that happens, and then